Thank you. Welcome to the Infrastructure and Property Committee meeting of Muswellbrook Shire Council, being held in the TEC Meeting Room, Level 1, Tertiary Education Building, 87 Hill Street, Muswellbrook, on today, Tuesday, the 10th of February, 2026. Declare the meeting open at 4:56 p.m. First of all, we have the acknowledgement of country, and the acknowledgement of country will be read out by Councillor Hartley.
Thank you. Council would like to respectively acknowledge the local Aboriginal people who are the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which this meeting takes place.
Thanks, Councillor Hartley. I'd also like to mention that the meeting will be live streamed and recorded, just for the information of the attendees. I don't believe there's any apologies today, but if anyone would like to say different.
Madam Chair, Councillor Mills on the member of the committee. I wish to just submit his apology.
Thanks so much for that, Derek. So if there's a mover and a seconder for Councillor McNeil's apologies, or I don't need to do that. Thanks so much. Confirmation of the minutes of the previous meeting. Is there a mover and a seconder? The minutes of the Infrastructure and Property Committee meeting held on the 14th of October 2025, a copy of which has been distributed to all members, be taken as read and confirmed as a true record. Have I got a mover and a seconder? Councillor Morris, seconder. Councillor Marshall. Now I'll put in the motion. All those in favour, raise your hand. Declare it carried. Point 4, disclosure of any pecuniary and non-pecuniary interest. Do any of the members of the committee have any pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest they'd like to declare?
Thank you.
Take that as a no. Thank you so much. It's my understanding also that there's no business arising, unless anyone knows any different, then we'll run with that one. So we come to part 6 of the business paper. The 6.1 specifically, major projects status report. The recommendation is that the committee notes the information contained in the report. Do any of the councillors have any questions that they'd like to put to any of the council officers about the report?
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Some anomalies here and some clarification, if we could, moving forward with our construction completion, most of which are simply to be confirmed. Same with the construction start times. I do note the Marketplace Laneway, my understanding is it has been completed, but perhaps there's other work to be done, I'm not sure. Clarification on that. Some of these projects have been on here for some time with still no representation of when they're going to start. If we could get kind of an idea of when that might happen, would be handy. I think so that we could at least start moving these things forward for no other reason than get them going.
Awesome. Thanks, Councillor Morris. Take those as questions for the next meeting, or is there something that...
Oh,
yeah, Matt.
Thanks, Councillor Morris. So we can certainly put an anticipated construction date. We have changed that in the last couple of iterations to be when a tender is awarded for construction. That's what the laneway is there. We say the Regional Entertainment Centre visit. The Regional Entertainment Centre is still progressing. It's just council hasn't awarded a construction date, but we can have a look to see what we can do in terms of anticipated dates.
Thank you.
Yes, that would be good.
The other thing is doing capital forest.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Councillor Morris. Councillor Ward, did you have a question?
Pipeline, Sandy Hollow.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt, if you'd like.
Yeah, thanks, Councillor Ward. So that's currently out. Tender that closes on the 18th. We'll likely bring a report back to council on the 4th that we can possibly manage it. Thank you. Yeah.
No other questions or comments about that one? So do I have a mover and a seconder for the 6.1 major project status report? Thanks, Councillor Hartley. Thanks, Councillor Ward. Now I put the motion. All those in favour of the motion, raise your hand. Any against? Declare the motion carried. I'd now like to make a recommendation of the Infrastructure Property Committee adjourns to closed committee. So adjournment into closed committee for this committee. Do I have a mover and a seconder? Councillor Morris, Councillor Marshall, mover and a seconder. So we'll now go to, sorry, put the motion, now put the motion. All those in favour to go to closed council? Declare that carried. Thank you.
I'm in Newcastle.
Thanks so much. So following the closed council, the following matters were considered in closed council. So I'll read the resolutions from the committee. So from the closed committee, 8.1, Thomas Mitchell Drive upgrade project. The recommendation is that the Infrastructure and Property Committee, 1, notes the correspondence from Gold Springs Group Proprietary Limited, who advise they are unable to execute the contract of tender 2025-26-0671 upgrade of Thomas Mitchell Drive stage 4B. 2, recommends not accepting any tenders submitted previously for the upgrade of Thomas Mitchell Drive stage 4B. And 3, invites in accordance with section 167, 168, or 169 of the Local Government Regulation on 2021, fresh tender submissions for tender 2025-26-0671 upgrade of Thomas Mitchell Drive stage B. The motion was carried. Also from closed committee, 8.2, Safety Interface Agreement, Hunter Valley Energy Coal Proprietary Limited, Thomas Mitchell Drive. The recommendation is that the Infrastructure and Property Committee recommends the Council, 1, endorses the Safety Interface Agreement between Hunter Valley Energy Coal Proprietary Limited and Muswellbrook Shire Council, LI-HSEQ-SIA-015, and 2, delegates to the General Manager authority to sign the agreement. This motion was also carried, being 8.2. Moving on, 8.3, New South Wales Public Works Engagement, Denman to Sandy Hollow Pipeline. The recommendation is that the information contained in this report be noted. The motion was carried. Now we move on to 8.4, also closed council, bulky waste service modernisation options. The recommendation is that the Infrastructure and Property Committee, 1, notes the information provided. 2, approves proceeding with the March 2026 bulky waste collection. 3, requests communication to be held with the community regarding changes to the bulky waste services. And 4, a further report be submitted prior to implementation of any changes to the bulky waste services. This motion was carried. So that brings us to the closure of the closed committee motions. So the date of the next meeting will be the 14th of April 2026. That brings us to the end of the meeting, and I declare the meeting closed at 3:35 p.m. Thank you everyone for your 5:35 p.m. Thanks so much.
Thank you.